welcome everyone. I have two pretty quick twin flame reads for you today. Stay tuned, they're very interesting. The first one was like kind of the energy I was feeling today. It was very kind of a bluesy day, you know, kind of day where you just feel like crying, even if you don't have a thought about it. But the second and the first read reflected that. The second read is very different. It's like one is right before the new moon, and the second read is right after the new moon, which is a very romantic story actually. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath, you guys. Sending lots of love and blessings out to all of you. Okay, so this first read. Here's the first read for you guys. Let's see if I can get that more focused. There we go. Is that better? Okay, so first read. Here's the full read for this first read, which was done last night, I believe. Okay, and I woke up to this morning, and I wanted you to see that because it looks like the finger of God pointing at the bottom of the candle holder, which the chalice was coming up for me in some research I was doing. So it's literally like the finger of God, the Yod, pointing at the chalice. All right, so we have that. As we switch to the read for today, they're both for today, but this is the second read. And it really doesn't matter. The read is for whenever you come to it. It's all energetic. And then the completion of this read is here. This is the read in front of you. Okay, so those of you not familiar with my reads, they are a 7-deck read. It's a lot of energy on the table, so if something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. If I give you definitions, a lot of the definitions I look up are from Wiktionary.com because it has all of the definitions around the world, as well as Wiki.com, Wikipedia. So if it's something other than that, I'll let you know. But if I bring up a definition, it's from one of those sites, unless I say otherwise. If something doesn't resonate with you and you want something more specific to you, my information is below, as well as at my website, twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe if you want to check it out. It's piano and voice, it's my music. The second 7 songs were written on my twin flame journey. The first 4 were from the energy around the 9/11 period. And then, yeah, thank you for being here with me and sharing your time with me. If you do like the information, make sure to like, share, and make sure to subscribe. If you do get unsubscribed, it's YouTube does that sometimes. I have no idea why, so just go ahead and resubscribe again. Hit the button and the bell if you want the notifications to come into you. And of course, make sure, you know, we're talking about a lot of synchronicities here. And it's really important that you guys share what you're getting, trusting your instincts, because we feed off of each other's information. We expand upon the energies that are coming in because none of us have all the pieces. So it's important that we put these pieces together by sharing our downloads and how they may or may not flow with somebody else's. So this first read, the Syrian Starseed deck, which is the main deck for the read, we have the Mini Rider-Waite, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Romance Angels numerology deck, as well as the Gilded Tarot and the Universal Golden Tarot. I also usually pull at least one oracle card at the end. So the Syrian Starseed deck, the main big cards there, was cut at 4 p.m. last night, or yesterday. And 4 is the Emperor, and with a lot of zeros behind it is a lot of source energy backing it up, right? The 0 is the human, it's the source embodiment. I finished clarifying this first read at 4:17. 17 is the star. We had the Hanging Man as the major arcana in the read, which for me is more Capricorn, but most people consider it Pisces, so whichever comes up for you is fine. After the read, the Chariot came up, but that was it for the major arcana, and you know that we usually have a lot more than 1 or 2. And Chariot is Cancer for me. We have 4 cups, 3 swords, 1 pentacle, 2 swords, and the court card was just the Page of Pentacles. We had the Knight of Wands before the read, but other than that, that was it for the court cards. We had triple five. I can't tell you how many triple numbers have been coming up this past week or two. Triple fives and triple sevens both came up in the read. So a lot of changes and a lot of spirituality, right? 7 is the other side. It's the calm before the storm. It's the number of the psychologist. The one, when children were born under this number, they were often put into the priesthood. It is that just quiet within number. And we have the sequence of numbers 7, 8, 9, 10 begin again and again and again, but it's like almost the whole second half of the cycle, like finishing up all at once. The ones, we had double ones, but it wasn't as significant as the other numbers here, right? So we're just touching on the new beginning of whatever's going on right now. But we also had double threes, which is the 33 of the Christ vibration, and also the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself, taking the high ground. So the other numbers came up were 13 of the Death card, 35 of the 8 of Wands, 57 of the 3 of Swords, and that was pretty much it since we had so many duplicate numbers here. The code line today, or this one from last night, was all about love, and the message was coming up regarding the flash of light or lightning, expanding and contracting after death, with the 7, the Chariot, the feminine within the masculine, in their show of power together, the 3, or the Empress, which is also abundance, seeking loss and regret as 3 hang out. There's also the energy of being able to see the energy of loss and regret as 3 hang out with the Christ at new moon. So Christ can come up as the divine masculine as well. So we have the flash of light being a fad, as the car, someone traveling or ascending. In the Chariot, the divine feminine within the masculine, the Chariot's the vehicle of ascension with the masculine and feminine in it. The now moment is the 2 and the 9, and as I always bring up with 2 and 9, when they come up together, the 2 is the one-on-one relationship, the 9 is the one-on-all relationship. To have the sun, 2 and 9, so both types of relationships, the one-to-one and the one-to-all, to have the sun in connection with the sun, the Empress or abundance seeks solace, taking the high road. 309 comes up as well as 309, which is a route near me. The hanging man at the new moon, which is today around 7, I think it was, Eastern Standard Time. So it's still coming up. And again, all about love. Also chickpea noodles and giving to self, expanding and contracting after death in the twins now moment show of power. The Empress seeks the Hierophant of heart, and both the Empress and Hierophant are Taurus energy, so that's big energy here of commitment and follow through. The Empress seeks Hierophant of heart, and 3 hung with Christ. So there's bringing up the energies of not only did Christ hang on the cross, but there was 2 others hanging with him. To shave may be a fad, right? Some people may be growing their beards out now. Like Christ is the show of power, being a fad, right? Because no longer. Now we're getting rid of the polarities, getting rid of the Savior and the worst of them all. In the show of power of the 3 seeking 5 that are grieving, or in other words, misery loves company at the new moon. And again, that was coming up as, I was feeling that kind of grief or kind of just bluesy energy today of just wanting to cry. The 7 of Pentacles is reversed here, starting out the read with the divine feminine's heart as it comes out without conflict or ending a battle, or perhaps in a losing battle, with the 9 of Wands reversed player falling short or holding back their feelings or unable to physically function. Seeing synchronicities and the stairway to heaven as the 10 of Cups reversed an end to family or emotional cycle, or this could be, there could be a Cancer here as well. Moving or traveling or ascending quickly, knowing about unhappy family and getting to self, or trying to stay positive with negative emotional situation and starting over. The 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, with the bridge and the old man losing control and weak or had a stroke or MI. Letting go, not worrying about money, grieving, loss, regret, or the past. The Hierophant reversed is divorce or break away from a contract, from religion, from establishment. Or Taurus reversed, Aries reversed, and Leo reversed, all here. This can either be people who are maybe not arguing or fighting anymore, but the residual of that argument is still lingering. But also could be the energy of like, not necessarily a coven, but like that energy of like a coven of the negative three people coming together, not necessarily in a good way. Fixing the ceiling, but emotions a mess, trying to think outside the box here. Or tripped on a ball and fell at 4:55, the Emperor and the Truth, the Ace of Swords. Or paying to break a commitment. So somebody might be trying to pay out a contract or something like that. At 4:56, 456, pick up sticks. 4 is the Emperor, 56 is the Two of Swords. Being in your knowing and either keeping it to yourself or pretending not to know. Just trying to keep peace of mind as the whistleblower is out sharing blocks to the spiritual community of lovers. As my ears popped right there. So when I talk about my ears popping, it's like popping on the plane, but there's no physical discomfort. It's just sound. It's the weirdest thing. So down with dark patriarchy, but food for the poor. And then I looked up the Pope, because that was coming up with news, and there wasn't much except for the Pope speaks out for unaccompanied minors, and a day against trafficking being July 2nd, 2021, and July 2nd is the day I met my twin. So, and also when I was hearing the popping in my ears, the left was greater than right. We also have Gemini upright and Taurus reversed here. So with the Pope speaking out for unaccompanied minors, and also an appointment of a Spanish priest and a French religious sister as undersecretaries. You know, they were making the point of, you know, they're trying to put minorities in to make it look good, right? Because they don't usually hire sisters, right? But lovers are standing front and center here, helping others with spiritual blocks. 503 comes up as the Hierophant and the Empress with finances and career, and beneath it the soulmate. As the worst is over with justice, divorce, or Libra presenting the harsh truth about fallen angel, King of Wands reversed, or the King of Wands reversed has Sagittarius in his chart, or there may be a child who's in rehab, or teen with the King of Wands reversed hospitalized, emergency surgery perhaps, or angry sex as well coming up here. Libra upright, Sagittarius reversed here. With surrender, which is 91, the reflection of the 19 of the sun, so the sun and the central sun in surrender, and beneath that was relationship change with the 56 of the Two of Swords, again being in your knowing and keeping it to yourself. The Emperor hiding his face, insecure or without the tools to manipulate their circumstances at the workplace. The Queen of Cups is longing for Romeo, who ghosted her despite 5D connection, leaving a little something behind to remember them by. Wearing a gown, or at the casino, someone made away with something or stole her winnings and now unable to rest without protection by the bed. Or while the Queen of Cups was distracted or others were asleep, a thief broke it in and stole intellectual property or other goods. We have Aries upright and Gemini or Virgo reversed here. On break, focusing on the heart, or in hospital, and can leave when you can climb the stairs. So a lot of times after surgery or a heart attack, something like that, maybe you're not allowed to leave the hospital, or you're not allowed to climb the stairs at home until that you show them that you've climbed the stairs. So somebody might be healing from something. Or this is also people figuring out options, maybe once they leave the hospital, is someone going on hospice or someone needs rehab. There may be plans like that going on. So divorce, breaking out or ascending, Taurus reversed or Hierophant reversed, and lover with the King of Wands reversed, surrendering, or while sleeping upstairs, they heard the Hierophant reversed and the King of Wands reversed, perhaps cheating or surrendering, or an intervention came into the house at 519, which is Hierophant and the Sun. The Page of Cups, message of love, or loving dependent, powerless, and starting over with the Queen of Wands reversed, which isn't good energy either unless she's just tired or sick and tired. No peace, stuck in their head, the Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help, depressed after an unnatural death, or monkey on their back, ending a fight with self-satisfaction and unhappiness, with secret passion, and the High Priestess reversed, or Pisces reversed, or needing to use their intuition. The recent past is the Page of Pentacles reversed, needing help and feeling trapped, with kids or soulmates loving each other, and the King of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups upright. She's either the wounded warrior or then another person who's the wounded warrior, defensive and guarding their wounds, in a twist of fate with Sovereign rejected by the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community at 527, which is the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands, passion ignited. Or there could be a bratty child here involved between them. And at night, in disconnect and not seeing eye to eye, or at a distance and not able to see each other face to face, with the Queen of Swords upright in prison, or speaking her truth about feeling trapped or tied down by twin or kids, or Libra reversed and Cancer upright in disconnect or at a distance, not seeing the Queen of Swords point of view. The foundation here is the Nine of Swords, suffering in silence and stressed, looking back at big head or an awakening, magnetizing, playing ball or withholding time, money, and effort, and lying or spying or rumors here as negative self-talk, or Page of Swords reversed, who is with Justice, divorce, or Libra, who's being fair or mediating with the Page of Swords reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed. So there could be two kids not getting along, or multiple messages that are not good. Or that energy is the Page of Swords, or is the Justice energy. So it could be two kids or two messages. So they could be describing the Libra energy or Justice, or it could be describing the two children falling short in an awakening. The central energy is the Five of Swords, the frog stretching into the Prince, growth spurt, insecure without tools, overworking, not working out, with the King of Swords reversed, working too hard, with Atlas, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, and no peace and stuck in their head. The Magician reversed, at war and manipulating, or had tools stolen, perhaps by kids of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or perhaps young adults, who may be spoiled or entitled, and this can be some wars in a divorce situation as well. The challenge being the Five of Cups, grieving with no sleep, or awakened to an upside down world, or the Divine Feminine in 5D, or journey, receiving third energy and running from the fallen angel, or ex-patient, or stole from Sagittarius with a bad temper, or ran away and no longer patient, in disconnect or at a distance and rising above, sharing and or settling out, with no codependent, depression, or drinking. Not with no. Sharing or settling out with codependent or codependencies, depression, or drinking. The Queen of Swords with sudden jealous rage, and the Knight of Pentacles offering something healthy, without option, not going out to eat, not making love, but physical reunion and coming together to look back, to implement a plan for unhappy family to get it together, I suppose, and then move on. The Knight of Pentacles, the loyal, humble servant of love, moving forward. Now, crowning for the twins is the Ten of Cups reversed, with no emotional fulfillment. Drained, no sunshine, unruly kids perhaps, free to leap away from dissatisfaction and grief, shame and guilt. To Rapunzel, patient and focusing on heart. Aries upright, Sag upright, Leo reversed here, so all fire signs. The Ace of Cups is reversed, dumped, purging, overwhelmed, recovering without an olive branch offered, weak from being strong-armed, with loving memories at the same time. Choked because they were weak and overwhelmed by bliss, with the High Priestess or Secret and the Queen of Pentacles reversed and Empress upright, standing their ground, perhaps after death, and the Page of Pentacles reversed, maybe just that person in need of help, or a child in need of help, or a student in need of help with their homework perhaps, or just a missed opportunity or job. Fantasizing yet depressed, strategizing how to get the Ten of Cups reversed, unhappy family, or cycle that's done to move on. Soon as the Three of Wands reversed, looking back at clinginess and or after-death mess or explosion, or orgasm with the King of Cups upright and the King of Wands reversed, and mental issues at work with depression or arrogance in a bold move to recover finances, or a parent with dementia. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Seven of Wands upright, the Phoenix rising to tango, Page of Wands reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, which can be a mother and child or siblings, but there's at least one child there. Or the Page of Wands reversed can be the Queen of Wands reversed, frustration or lack of inspiration, or she could be sick as well. But strategizing how to spend the money in energetic exchange with the Knight of Pentacles, humble loyal servant, offering help to let go and repair things. So with defensive, at 551 here, the Hierophant and the King of Swords, with defensive end holding their tongue at gathering with the elephant in the room or funeral services. And there could be people at the funeral services who really don't want to see each other. Getting to know each other, letting go of control issues, engagement, your relationships moving up to a higher level, and express your love. Around the twins are how they're seen as the Three of Cups upright. The gathering, reunion, friends, visiting, or helping to move in separation, with choices to make or seeing synchronicities, present to the truth or presenting it to the Divine Feminine in 5D, and the Fool falling with her. Both floating on air, above the fray. The block for the twins is the Hanging Man reversed, depressed or arrogant at work with issues and walking away into that good night. And that may be the block or the worry that someone might do that. So love comes up here, but even more so creativity for the twins, as the King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups upright. No superhero and the loving family man hiding to end battle with the Queen of Swords speaking her truth. Depression or Aquarius reversed about the past sexual connection and implementing a plan, a need of emotional fulfillment, and to move on and be love. The prisoner moving, traveling, or ascending to the truth, or to tell the truth, but withholding time, money, and effort. With the devil or temptation waving at nightmare, in the nightmare with the Emperor reversed, out of control, or going through ego death and stepping down. Cancer and Capricorn upright, Aquarius and Aries reversed right here. Ascending or taking the stairs, or the Knight of Wands reversed, putting his tail between his legs and making a bold move to visit and start over. Suffering in silence and rising above, to come together. The Page of Pentacles reversed, needing help, in a growth spurt perhaps, and challenged by grief of the past, awakening of the ego, with the Ten of Cups reversed, imprisoned or hiding with anxiety issues. About traveling, so someone might be scared to fly or drive or any travel. Ascending and telling the truth, even if then the other holds back from them. So this is not being afraid to speak your truth no matter what the response is. At 604, which is the Lovers and the Emperor, the Emperor. Synchronicities, steps, and needing help to get to bed perhaps, or just really tired. So tired you can't make it up the steps. Suffering in silence, stressed at war, with the Ten of Cups reversed, and challenged by grieving loss, regret, and the past, rising to tango with past fears, coming together to practice what you've learned in the awakening in order to help others imprisoned by their fears. In a bold move to tell the truth, even if it hurts, even if there's temptation or tears, or the Emperor is out of control, or about their passing, hospitalization, and or surgery here at 608, which is Lovers and Strength, doing the dance. So I had come across an article about the third eye, which I want to read to you, and the site is badscooterist.blogspot.com, so you might want to check her out. Badscooter, SCOOTERIST.blogspot.com, and it was talking about the sacred secretion. So obviously you hear sacred secretion. So if you're not religious and you don't know that in a biblical sense, and you can certainly guess what sacred secretion means, but I was very interested by this because I'm not really familiar with the actual term, so I wanted to know exactly what it meant, and I came upon her site. And she had done a lot of work with the Bible to parallel this with the sacred human, okay? Not the religion, but the human part of it. So the sacred secretion being the Father that waters the Garden of Eden, right? The third eye. The colostrum, the barrier or cloister, precious and holy thing. The temple of God equaling the body. The seed, the word, and God all equaling one. The seed or oil reversed in the spinal cord from upper brain, which is the Creator or Father, the Most High, or ovum equals the Christ, the Greek word for oil. When oil is refined, transmuted, and raised, it regenerates and overcomes death. The secretions that issue from the cerebrum, source and cause of physical expression, called man, or quote-unquote the river of Jordan and the spiral cord, and the quote-unquote Dead Sea, the sacred plexus at the base, the entrance of the Jordan River into the Dead Sea. The thick, oily, salty substance composing sacral plexus, Cata equina, the tail of the horse, it means, as crude petro, as the example, and thinner substance, right? So at the base of the spine, and then the kundalini rising to the third eye. So the crude petro at the bottom at the Dead Sea versus the thinner oil or ointment in the spinal cord that when it's carried up crosses the Ida and Pingala, the two fluid nerves that end in a cross in the medulla oblongata, where it contacts the cerebellum, which is really interesting because yesterday what I didn't bring up when I gave you my reads, I was getting the X symbol everywhere, and one of the X symbols was in a drawing of the, I forget what it's called, literally where the pituitary glands are. The pituitary gland is, it looks like balls. It looks like two sacs right there, and right above it is a protrusion that looks like a penis. So it literally looks like a penis and two balls right by the pituitary gland. And the area that looks like a penis, that's where two nerves cross right there. So this is, I don't know if she's talking about that. It's not the medulla oblongata. It's actually the pons, I think. But it was the same energy that she was speaking of right here. And then she wrote the Golgotha, the place of the skull. This fluid is refined. It goes at a higher rate of motion that causes ascension of the airship. So she was all of the stuff, the research from the Bible that she had done. So when the oil is crucified, or in other words, increases in power 1,000-fold to not kill, right, and crucified being Jesus on the cross, it remains 2 days and 1/2, which is the moon's period in the sign, in the tomb or the cerebellum. On the third day ascends to the pineal that connects the cerebellum with the optic thalamus, the central eye in the throne of God that is the chamber overtopped by the hollow or hallowed, caused by the curve of the cerebrum, the Most High, the temple of the living God, the living vital substance, which is a precipitation of the breath of life, breathed into man, therefore, the quote-unquote holy or whole ghost or breath. So if you want to read the rest of it, you can go to their website, again, badscooterist.blogspot.com. But I just wanted to give you a sample of it if you wanted to read the rest, because it really paralleled the fluids of the pituitary and the pineal gland as the colostrum splitting up, being separated, just like it's so paralleling the twin flames, separating at birth, basically, right? And then coming back together in the enlightenment. So yeah, check it out. So the second read we have in front of you, the Syrian Starseed deck was cut at 820, which is the 8 of the dance, the inner and outer strength, the 20 of the judgment, and the new moon today. All right, so around 7 p.m. Right here it's 6:12 on the East Coast, and I think it was 7:05 on the East Coast. I'm not positive if that's the right time. If that is actually the UTC time, but I think it was the East Coast time. Anyway, around 7 p.m., the new moon starts, so in about an hour or so. At 8:28, which is strength, and then the Two of Wands, the twin flames, I was getting, as I clarified the cards, go, G-O. I finished clarifying at 8:42 to 43, which is the 2 and 3 of cups, the coming together in connection, and the 3 of the joy, or perhaps more than 2 people coming together. And then we have the alchemy, reflection, and indigo as the major arcana. Alchemy is temperance, reflection is the hermit, and indigo is the magician. Before the read, ascension came up, and chariot. Ascension's the world. And we had 2 swords, 2 pentacles, 2 wands, and 2 cups. So here we go. We got the 4 twos here. The court cards. There were no court cards within the main part of the read. Before, we did have the 9 of cups, but it's not a court card. But that definitely can be like the divine masculine. And then after the read, the page of swords, the king of swords, and the queen of cups came up. We had triple 3s in the read, but we also had these 4 twos. All right, so a lot of triples and quadruples here have been coming up this week. And we also had double 6s and double 8s. The 66 is the Queen of Pentacles. The 88 is the 2 twins dancing, balanced within their masculine and feminine, side by side. The double 1 again of the 11 of Justice. And then we also had 12 of the Hangman, 23 of the King of Wands, 13 of the Transition, the Death card, 34 of the 8 of Wands, 46, the Children in the Garden, 6 of Cups, 68, the Page of Pentacles, and 89, which for me is the Phi energy, the expansion and contraction, either too hot or too cold, but not 98 degrees, which is human body temperature. So the code line here, all about creativity, leadership, and intuition, was about the number 20, coming from 6, 8, and 6. And that comes up, I was just getting 68 of the Page of Pentacles, but then 86ing something as well. In a lesser sense, there may have been a 3 in there, so it could add up to 23, but I was definitely getting more of the judgment energy there. So creativity, leadership, and intuition. And here go the messages from that. And by the way, I watched Ocean's 13 last night. Very interesting energy around that, because it's literally the bad guys getting back at the worst guys, so it's like in dealing with the 1%ers or the elitists, right? Now that the heads taken off, it's like the ones below the elitists getting back at the elitists, or the ones who are above them, maybe taking down the chain that way. But Oceans 13 and 12 and 11, they're fun because they're funny to watch, but they're literally thieves in 13 anyway, getting back at this guy who's really kind of an evil guy. So just keep that in mind, because whatever movie I watch, those energies are always coming up in the general population, all right? So we have to threaten. So here we go with the thieves and getting back at people. To threaten perhaps human resources or your own heart rate, right? Letting your heart get out of control. The 6 of the Lovers, or the Sophia 9, which is the collective divine feminine, taking the high road. The 309 or threonine, you may need threonine, which may help your health. But also, along with prison, regarding 6 feet, so 6 feet under. Again, very much paralleling with the movie that was going on. To teach, foster, assist the high road, or 309. 63, oh, that's so funny because 63 is a root near me too. 63 is suffering in silence, with alternating currents, air conditioning, or the Ark of the Covenant, right? The bridge from inner earth to was Sirius B, but now it's more of the Pleiadian energies, according to Sam the Illusionist. So anxiety in prison, or anxiety about prison perhaps, regarding lovers and the height of the lovers, as well as artificial intelligence source of 309s and 903. The Ark of the Covenant, a trap regarding the Sophia 9, or collective consciousness, or the 6 feet, or halftime, and I was getting Haiti here. There can be also, this is another way it can be interpreted. The penis tither, okay? Offering the penis as their gift, right? Their gift to God. The three-toed sloth, suffering in silence in alternating currents, acing prison, regarding a heart transplant, Holmes' tremor, or half-time, or whore's tax, or in other words, no tax at all, for favors completed, right? And then VAT came up as well, which one of the definitions for VAT is the Holy See, or the Pope, which came up earlier. We also have cotton wool, wine barrel, and the vat to put holy water. Again, the cup, like I showed you the picture of the finger of God pointing at the Holy Grail. The grip of water, right? The holy water. So then also we had the I am that I am, or the I, the third I, the source, the high road lover. So source saying, I am the high road lover. The Empress being the Ark of the Covenant, the bridge, the abundance, the dance of the blind man and orphans to officiate extensible hypertext. So you can think on that for a bit. So we have the read in front of you. At 9:46, I started translating it with the Three of Swords reversed in the underlying energy, right? So we have the Three of Swords reversed right here, and then the cards below it with the mini cards on top. The cards below were the Ace of Wands upright, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Pentacles upright, Ascension upright, and Chariot reversed. Healing, forgiving, after new passion is ignited, by stubborn bull at work perhaps, or blocked and stuck at the workplace, complete with the world ascending, but the chariot broke down in a state of emergency, a breakdown, break up, broke in, or break through. Healing, frustrated, the Knight of Swords is upright, offering love, or the Page of Wands reversed and the Knight of Cups upright are on break, making magic, manifesting. But the Page of Wands, may be a downer there. The Ten of Cups upright, happy, a happy ending or emotional fulfillment. Choosing a new path, healing in the uncomfortable energies, and again the elephant in the room came up in the prior read. Losing out at the King of Swords, holding on to his money. The Knight of Pentacles reversed at work, completely broken, healing from Scrooge or someone's Scroogey ways. And that can be hoarding as well. Deception up before dawn, or the new moon today with the King of Pentacles post-war. Pride a bit wounded and broken, and a big mess to clean up. Express your love and keep an open mind was beneath that. As the Knight of Cups is upright, coming in, flame in hand, in need of sunshine and not leaving until they get their way. Knowing and not putting out, big love at work here. Refusing advance, but willing to try the glass slipper and perhaps thigh highs, but remember, she's got truth on her side. Refused an offer, so trying again, not giving up until she's in his arms and unafraid of rejection. At 10:21, the Wheel of Fortune and the World. Time out is number 37 with the King of Cups, and beneath that 88, the Dance of the Twins and Abundance. Dropping the ball, the act, the mask, the facade. The Fool free to leap from the Queen of Swords reversed and work to align, get their ducks in a row for justice, divorce, healing, and forgiving with a happy ending and emotional fulfillment. Removal of the final sword. And then I was getting, she's a brick house, throwing star on the steps again, or tithing with chocolate bars instead of money, or lined with gold bars. Blind justice is kind, as Aries and Libra are upright here, Leo and Cancer reversed, Gemini and Virgo and Pisces upright as well in the underlying energies. An emotional cycle or family over healing, being Scroogey in a breakup or on the warpath, with big love at work with time out for good behavior. The Fool goes, in the future after the read, the Fool goes back, destined to have love close behind, seeing synchronicities or looking for a special purchase for bleeding out or for having bled out before they get away. And then the horny devil proposes to the angel. I don't know if you can see it from here. That's so funny. My hair thing just stuck to the yod, the finger of God. So look back here. There must be a message about my hair thing because it has hair all over it. Maybe somebody's hairy. I don't know. Right? Because the devil could be very hairy there. We have the devil, the Knight of Cups, and the angel. The devil offering love to the angel, the higher love. So, in the recent past here is the alchemy card upright. Blending a new path. Spoiled kid from a wealthy family, or rejected and shy, or I'm the baby, gotta love me. With well-off family, business, or community, they can always run back to if ignored or rejected. Failing the Queen of Wands reversed, or under the radar with the Queen of Wands reversed, strategizing paybacks, because she may be pissed. Burden post-war with secret passion, rejected, or with Page of Cups reversed, home. The foundation here is the Six of Wands reversed, without success, too out in the cold, but satisfied and over it. Offering a new life to the Page of Swords upright, or with a message, or pitching to see if they'll hit it out of the park. The central energy is the Ace of Pentacles, upright, with a big offer, implementing a plan to hold their tongue at home with Star and kids in state of emergency, or in a breakup, breakdown, or breakthrough, trapped or hands tied after death or near-death experience and healing, forgiving, or heart surgery, prison, or rehab. Challenged by the Eight of Swords, hiding out in fear, investing and drained or spending on draining kids or Leo or pets, in need of sunshine, overexposed, or paying sick bills. Page of Pentacles inviting big love in to end the pain, or researching pain in the butt who loves them. Secret passion, knowing and keeping to themselves. Divorced lover, injustice, or Taurus and Libra both reversed with lovers between them. Deception in disconnect or at a distance and over it. An opportunity or the Page of Pentacles student with the Knight of Wands reversed and the Page of Wands reversed in justice with the King of Wands upright and his back turned, but giving the truth, and an offer to the Knight of Pentacles reversed, refusing or stuck, stubborn, or not working or disabled, unable to function at 1051, a turn for the better, hopefully, and the 51 of the King of Swords. I was just getting area 51 though. Now crowning is the Eight of Cups reversed, uncomfortable energies standing up to others to come together. With the Queen of Cups reversed, strong lover with happy family, and the Queen of Swords upright speaking to the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is hard to do. Flirting with temptation, battle of the sexes, injustice and stressed out, purging over the Emperor reversed, unable to move, and sick or falling short and exhausted. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, broke or broken, or with car issues, and the Empress is leaning on the truth with the Queen of Wands reversed, or the Empress has the kids, the Page of Swords upright and the Queen of Wands reversed, dependent and over-emotional, Queen of Cups reversed, destined to be miserable, or all dependent on the Empress, and again, misery loves company was coming up before as well. Or the Empress is sending a message to the Queen of Wands reversed that the King of Wands upright is giving the truth, and an offer, but it was turned down, or unfair that the kids are with the Queen of Wands reversed even though he paid his child support. Soon is a reflection of the happy family or the Hermit's emotional fulfillment with the world at their fingertips, of the Divine Feminine marching to the beat of her own drum, and the Fool free to come and go whenever they want, to end the pain and give love to the Page of Pentacles. The world, and that could be a child too. Maybe they're worried that they won't be able to spend time. Like if they go with one relationship, they may not be able to spend time with, I don't know, if they were very restricted in their relationships, they may be worried that they wouldn't be able to see their children, things like that. So whenever they want to end pain and give love to the Page of Pentacles, here they're feeling the freedom to be able to go do that. The world, the Divine Feminine or Pisces of a higher love, and the Wounded Warrior defensive at the workplace with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is working to align with the Three of Cups coming together in joy. Twin Flames are seeing themselves as the Nine of Cups upright, getting their wish, receiving an offer of a new passion, growth, or a project to receive the whole truth and be present, or the truth is given as a gift, even if there's no actual gift with it, awakened suddenly to the Hermit's light, Capricorn reversed and Virgo upright, with explosive energy between them, crown blowing, mind blowing, epiphanies and or sex or orgasm can be here as well. Wedding, healing family issues, trust. So wedding just means the situation involves marriage. Healing family issues, trust, have faith, and getting to know each other. Perhaps he choked and was weak and is now moving to peace, or Aquarius and Leo both reversed, going back to the other parent. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Three of Wands upright, present to flame, in energetic exchange, lots of traveling or communication, or arrows of love, in disconnect and not seeing eye to eye, or at a distance, unable to see each other face to face. The King of Swords is upright, on a quest for happiness. The block being, for the twins, the Six of Pentacles reversed, not sharing, perhaps debt, inequity, Atlas, and the King of Cups, resistant to the King of Wands with his back turned. Creativity and leadership and intuition, and shocked by physical reunion happening here. The Magician proposal to repay a debt or correct an imbalance, as the King of Wands in justice with the wounded warrior Queen of Wands reversed, and patient angel at the workplace, or Sagittarius and Pisces, Aries or Virgo, and the Magician or Indigo, giving the truth and offering of new life to get the Knight of Pentacles reversed going again, like a little bit of a kick in the butt to push them forward, or rejected the offer, or are unable to perform the duties that they're asking of them. Indigo starting over with the Page of Swords, or message in disconnect or at a distance, with the King of Swords upright, the Queen of Cups reversed, holding on, uncomfortable, or saving before they can walk away to perform together or get back to the daily grind at 11:16, which is Justice and the Tower. So at 17, which is then the Star and Justice, healing under the radar, satisfied, getting wish of gift or present to third flame, merging with new life and challenged by prison or hiding in fear, anxieties, reflecting imbalance, debt, inequity or scam, and uncomfortable energies of indigo proposal, and starting over with a small message at a distance, with the King of Swords upright and the Queen of Cups reversed, Gemini, Virgo, and Libra right here. Healing a higher love with the Ten of Cups fulfillment, under the radar or under the table offer, and challenged by hiding in uncomfortable energies and or emotions, not walking away, like having not walked away. Happy with Hermit, present to flame, and inequity of an offer to get off the island, to bring a little light into the night sky, in disconnect or at a distance, with the King of Swords upright, the Queen of Cups reversed, to hold on and work it out while juggling together at 11:23, Justice and the King of Wands. So the central energy, guys, in this read is new life. It's the Ace of Pentacles, which in the traditional sense means a life of perfect contentment. We then at the end have the proposal of the Indigo, who has a big diamond in his hand. Doesn't mean that it's an actual proposal like that, but there's some kind of proposal here, but it's upright with a pleasant surprise. After the Devil proposes to the Angel, and the Star Empress, Queen of Cups reversed, Page of Swords upright, with a message to lovers shaming them for performing magic. Wounded Warrior and the King of Cups working around the King of Wands at the workplace, not sharing with each other, resistant and defensive. Okay, so this is ended 11:27, which is Justice and that Ace of Wands, that ignition of a new passion here. All right. And maybe somebody's hair is falling out, because you saw my hair thing had a lot of hair in it from catching on my hair when I pull it out. Somebody might be losing their hair and maybe worried about that. So let's see what the energy deck has to say. It's 49 on the dot. Get your wish. That's this card right here, the Nine of Cups upright, and it just came up on the clock. And my clock is 6:32, which is the Lovers on the Journey. Look at that. I told you it was really a big shift, because the first read was much more solemn, and I was feeling that earlier too. It was just kind of like a no sun day. It snowed again here last night. We've had a lot of snow. It's very beautiful though when the snow is fresh. But on my drive home today, when I was out, it looked like what's the show called? always remember the episode of the sun falling towards the earth, and it just freaked me out when I was little. But that's the movie I'm getting. The sun was so like not the sun, because it was, you know how the sky gets when there's a lot of snow. It's just like there's no blue skies. It's just kind of like in Transylvania type of energy. That's what the sun looked like today. I'm not thinking of Dark Shadows, but that's just coming up now too. But what's that show called? I can't think of it. That, you know, from 30 years ago. You know, it's a black and white show where they'd show all these weird things. I'm just blanking out on the title, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's see what's going on. For everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. It's 6:33 on the clock. Christ vibration, and 33 is written 33:6 at 6:33. So we also have the lovers there. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know and learn? And let's clear all blocks, the positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding, and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see what's going on for you guys here. Take another deep breath. All right. We have victory, which is also the 28 of the twin flames, the choice of path, and taking a breath and feeling peace and bliss. And I always get this with the Caesar energy and the Trump energy. We also have the door to value. Make sure you know what you value in your life. 31 is the expansion, and was coming up in the read as the masculine on a quest for happiness. So here's like the feminine. Make sure you know what you value. So if somebody comes in, the 51 of the King of Swords, if he comes in already, right, with his healing hands, that you know what you want. Okay? The bottom of the deck is second chakra, Archangel Ariel. 36 is the Atlas energy, the 10 of Wands, the weight of the world on your shoulders. And she's kind of looking just kind of blah. And the underlying energies, which is like earlier today. And somebody else walking away. And this could be me earlier, like, but this is before this, walking away. 27 is that Ace of Wands, a new passion here. After anxiety. So it's like, you know, the polarity energies all at once, the extreme anxiety and the extreme freedom all at once. And then finding a place in between to just settle down and go, it's all good, right? So that's the underlying energy. And then having these three cards come out for you guys. The twins, the 31 of a quest for happiness and knowing what you want. And then here's the King of Swords, the divine masculine coming in with all of his powers on board. So let's see what Scooby says today. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I can't remember the rest of the words. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, let's see, Scooby, what's our message here? We have 6 and 36 on the clock, which is again that Atlas energy of the 10 of Wands. Oh, look at that, the Joker. So now this is a bunch of people coming together, but they're all in fear. And so is Scooby over here because they're driving. So again, the Three of Cups has been coming up together in the past couple days. And we don't always get the Three of Cups lately upright at all. It comes up reversed all the time. So it has been for the past couple days upright. And I'm going to like a kid's birthday party on Saturday. So it's that kind of energy. Who are you driving with and who are you on the road with, right? Because this may not be your car. It may be the other cars that you see around you. So you might need to be aware of others driving in fear, right? Playing by the rules, but maybe you're not playing by the rules. So maybe playing by the rules is what's keeping them in fear. Okay? And here's the Two of Diamonds or the Two of Pentacles, which is about needing to break the pattern. And there's the Three of Diamonds or the Three of Pentacles, the co-creation card, learning to break the patterns and then saying, right on, yeah, I did it. And then there's the Page of Swords, playing their games and having fun, doing exactly what they want. And there's the underlying energy. This would be the Page of Wands, also playing and doing exactly what they want, all right? So we have these, here you see I'm going to a little kid party, and that's so much what this energy is, right? I'm going to my nephew's 1-year-old party, but they have a 2-year-old as well. These are the 1 and 2-year-olds, so cute. So however that affects you as well. So be careful when you're out on the road, and I have a lot of, snowy roads too, so just be careful about what you're doing out there when you're driving, because it may not be you, it may be somebody else. And again, that's not about fear or being a defensive driver, it's being observant. Because if you're not being present, you may not see something you needed to see. All right, now Journey of Love. It's 5555. Lots of changes. That could be 2 Aces of Swords as well. 2 truths, right? His, hers, and the truth. All right. Take a deep breath. Oh, there we go. Acceptance. There's the 55. I just said 55, 55. Acceptance, and this is that beautiful enchanted forest with somebody witnessing a proposal. Look at this, guys. With rings of time. 44s, the grounding, integrating, and mastering of love. Okay? And this is like the etheric energy of God, and here's the scientific energy of thoughts, right? And blending the two, right? The acceptance, and then the rings of time, right? A very physical way of expressing something. Very interesting. And then we have drop into your heart, which is 68, the Page of Pentacles, which could be, looking at things from another angle, studying everything, researching, having an opportunity, an invitation to drop into your heart. Here is that invitation coming together, very 2 different energies, an opportunity to drop into your heart and see what's real. The green of the lower heart, of the more masculine physical heart, and then the higher heart of the magenta. And look what's next, the Yin Yang Lover. Look at that. I was just talking about my hair pulling out, so no hair pulling. Like on the playground when we're in elementary school. Maybe adult men pull hair because they were taught to pull hair in elementary school. But it may not be what a woman really wants, and it's, obviously not a show of love. That's like a 3D passion type thing, right? But it's actually a form of abuse, okay? And that's not to judge anything, but it's saying, the message came out with my hair thing. But again, somebody might be worried about just losing their hair. And frankly, if somebody pulled my hair, I'd probably sock them. Because when it hurts, you want to hit back. So, and I'm getting very much that the bookends, right? You see how this card then blends back in over here? It's like integrating all of these colors into this, because even there's colors of the Enchanted Forest in this card as well. But no more blues, okay? Taking the blues away with the Yin Yang Lover and the 8 of the Dance. And look, there's the sun. And the white of the purification process. And remember, right, the feminine doesn't need to bend over backwards to be love. And that's there's a little, sexual joke there. All right, the underlying energy is the 51 again. Dream a little. The King of Swords and the Divine Feminine, the Pearl. And the heart on fire of the magician. And there's the pearl again, right? Pearly whites as I'm getting. Pearl, pearl. And I wanted you to see in this, see that in this card too, right? You have the pearl, and then you see the white in this circle of this as well, right? See the pearl? And they're all in very feminine energy cards, except for the heart fire. The magician's very masculine. And the 51 of this card is masculine. So it's like combining the masculine and feminine together, right? The flower is the softness of the feminine, but the harshness of the red and the one is very masculine. The fire is the masculine, and here's the softness of the divine feminine, but yet the pearl represents the bacteria that got into the clam or the oyster, right? In order to grow the pearl, there had to be some trauma there. All right, so I'm going to read to you 55, which definitely came up big here. 55. Acceptance. You have offered yourself, asked to be of service to the greater good, created something that you wanted to contribute towards a healing of our world, and your offer has been gratefully accepted by the divine. Know this and be at peace. This oracle brings you a message. You are completely received, accepted by the divine just as you are. There is nothing to change, just you to be. You have made an offering of a prayer, a sacrifice of an attachment, and a giving of a desire to be of service, to make a contribution to the world, and your offer is joyfully being transformed into the seeds of how this can best be. Your next step is about to begin. Shall we find some sunshine amongst the cloudy days? A gentle touch that softly warms and leads us on our way. Past stately oaks and candles glow in places we've never been. A friend to share the memories before it's home again. Drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. It was just 010144. Rise and be love, you guys. I'll see you soon.